Good morning. Start again. I told you I was having a bad day yesterday. It got even worse, didn't it, Lisa? But we're in a new start. Are you ready? Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to a brand new launch show. I am not on my own though. Lisa is here making sure that I stay in one piece today. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
And over in the demonstration station, Anne-Marie's back.
Good morning. Hello.
Yay! She's been on her holidays.
Yeah, well.
And then you were back. Were you back?
Yeah, I was
Did
back
you do a
last
show?
week.
Yeah, you did,
I was
didn't
in all
you?
last week, and then
you've
I've
been
had one
child-
additional day off this week.
Looking after
Josie
little people.
for the last week of the summer holidays. I am ready for Monday. So ready for Monday. Not only is it costing an absolute fortune, I feel like I will actually feel like I've gone deaf on Monday when he's gone back to school.
It'll be like, what is this silence?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
So teachers, enjoy your last weekend of
Yep.
freedom. Let's get on with the show though, because we have a brand new launch for you. It's September, people.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's so weird, isn't it? It's actually September. This collection is stunning. If you saw it on Hobby Maker yesterday, you'll know just how beautiful it is. But before we get to it, it's Friday, so we need to have a look for the last time at our Win It Weekly question. This week you can win 4 Whopper Topper pads. There's going to be 2 winners of this fantastic prize and they're going to be announced at the end of the show. But the question we have been asking all week is, which country drinks the most coffee per capita? A, Malta, B, France, or C, Finland? So like, share and comment with your answers to be in with the chance of winning these incredible books at the end of today's show. What are your thoughts on this question, Anne-Marie?
I don't know.
I think we've all been stumped, you know.
I want to say, out of the 3, I would say France, I think. I don't
It's
know.
crazy,
I don't
isn't
know.
it?
You've been to Malta. Did they drink a lot of coffee? I've never been.
I don't think
I feel like there's a lot of cafes in France. Like a lot
yeah,
of, they drink a lot.
I know. I think it just threw me completely because I didn't
Yeah.
think what I thought isn't on there, what Becca thought isn't on
Yeah.
there. Like it's a weird one.
It is.
But we'll find out the answer later on. So make sure you are here. Okay, are you ready for the most gorgeous launch you've ever seen? Have a look at our brand new Moonlight Fairies. Isn't it gorgeous? It's so beautiful. You have the chance today to get our ultimate collection here, which includes so much. You're going to get your topper set, you're going to get your inserts and papers, and you're going to get that little book. Everything you see here is coming to you, and look how glorious those colours are. We've still got a touch of that sort of summery feel, but then we have those nice cool autumnal colours starting to come through in this collection as well. It's absolutely beautiful. £29.97 for the whole thing, but if you are a diamond member, just £26.97. That's such a huge saving to get your hands on this. So shall we have a look at everything in a little bit of closer detail, because you're going to absolutely love this. It's so stylized. We've got that stunning black foiling running through the whole of this collection, and it's just glorious. I mean, look at all of the fairies you're going to receive on here. This alone is 4+ toppers just in this one, and you're going to get 2 of each of everything that we're running through here. Absolutely gorgeous backgrounds with those beautiful clouded designs, those really gorgeous night sky scenes in here as well. You've got the flourishes of the florals sort of throughout the collection too. So this one on here, particularly, you have those gorgeous wildflowers in the corner. You've got sort of like the beautiful purple tones within this one. Loving the scenes in this as well, with all the waterfalls and sort of like those really nice woodland themes. It's glorious. So much sort of ability within your card blanks as well for sort of snipping into these, creating different shapes, bringing these sizes down from A4 into squares as well. It is truly I mean, look at this one.
It's so pretty, isn't it? I like,
it's a dream.
Yeah, it is so gorgeous. I just love that mix, like you say, of those kind of soft late summer kind of colours.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Those evenings where the sun starts to go down a little bit earlier.
You start to see those purples and those pinks in the
Yeah,
sky.
it's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful. Your third topper has your gorgeous circles in. You've got your fairies sort of by the lake there with that gorgeous moonlight just shining on top of the water. There's so much definition and dimension within these toppers, and I think you truly appreciate the sort of artwork when you see this in real life and how stunningly beautiful it is. It's very mystical, very magical, but not sort of like cutesy and sort of like young in that way. Really perfect for so many different, I mean, look at that fairy just swinging off the tree there, but the background that you have of that waterfall is phenomenal, and how the light just shines up off the back. It's beautiful. And then your third one's really, really nice. You have the gorgeous fairies with the butterflies. You have the fairy sort of reading her book in this one as well. Beautiful sentiments in here as well. My favourite one is open the door to a world of magic and adventure. And then you've got another one that says lost in your imagination. Good luck, many happy returns, and relax, it's your special day. So many occasions, but again, another 4 cards you could be making with this, because you could use the cardstock that we've got here as sort of like your main focus image with just that sentiment that I read on top of it. So it's absolutely, oh, this one as well.
I love that one.
Look at the sky.
Reminds me of the Little Mermaid, this one where they're in the boat.
Yeah. It's amazing. Unpopular opinion, not a fan of the new Little Mermaid.
I haven't watched it yet, you know. We tried to watch it when we were on holiday, and Joseph was like, I don't like this.
I don't want to watch this.
So I'm waiting till I'm on my own, but yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to like it.
No.
Were we talking about it? Was it me and you were talking about it?
Yeah, they just need to stop.
A crab.
Sebastian's a crab. Like, Sebastian was always a lobster.
And always will be.
Always will be. Apparently not. He's a crab. Since when? Since now.
No.
Not forever. Yeah. I just don't think you need, I like remaking things because it's nice, but
don't change it.
You just ruin it.
No need to change it.
But I will forever be an original. But this collection, luxury top collection, if you want to get it on its own, if it's only what you were wanting to purchase today, £19.99, and you're going to get 2 of everything. So it's a whopping collection altogether, and so much potential for the amount of cards that you're going to be able to make. Your inserts and papers next up. This is beautiful, £9.99, and again you've got those amazing silhouettes on here, and I think it's such a beautiful way to just have that design. I can't get this first one. Look at this. It's so pretty and very nice that all of them can work with the different images. Obviously, the background is sort of like that clouded, nice muted colorway, so you can match your colorways up with the toppers. However, we can really mix and match with this collection, and that is why I love it so much. So you're going to get you've got 3 sheets of 8 designs in your inserts, and then we are going to give you 12 double-sided paper. There's 4 different designs in here. You've got beautiful florals on one, and then this stunning paper on the reverse. Again, all of these florals you will have seen running through that beautiful collection, whether that's in sort of the flowers that are included in the backgrounds, whether it's in the frames as well. All of these beautiful florals you'll have throughout. So £9.99 if you want to get your hands on those. And then of course it wouldn't be a collection without a little book. So we have for you our little book of Moonlight Fairies, and I love how this has been put together. Let me run you through it. So you have these beautiful images. You get 6 of each in here, Stunning artwork, which has, again, those beautiful backgrounds with your silhouette fairies on top. So you've got them in the moon, really nice versions of the artwork that you see throughout the collection, but some of them that are a little bit closer up. Then we're going to give you some that look like this, so that have those scenes all ready to go, but no fairies on. All will be revealed shortly. But absolutely beautiful artwork throughout here. So much room for being able to make larger cards, you know, cutting into these, making fun shapes with your images, and then you have your silhouette. So you're going to get this page 6 times, and you can cut around these fairies and then place them and create your own scenes in those backgrounds, just like this one here with that beautiful archway. There's a few more as well included within this, but look how nice this one is. You could be fussy cutting her out of the top part here, having some acetate over this place, and then placing another one on the inside of your card to make that fairy more 3-dimensional on your card. But absolutely beautiful designs throughout this one. I just love it. You've got another scene here with that gorgeous water feature. You've got the fairy on the castle, you've got the beautiful fairy by the river, and then you've just got all of these incredible pages to be able to craft with. 120 pages in total, 20 designs, 6 of each, so a great thing to add to your stash. And look how amazing the cards are that we can be making in here. The team did such a good job. This is what we were talking about fussy cutting into those layers and bringing them into smaller cards. This is a great example of using a little bit of your cardstock but cutting it into panels to really make it go further. Leanne made this one. Truda made this beautiful one with that sort of like false front, and then using all of those bits and pieces on the insides as well is such a great way to get all of your stash in. You can really see with these cards how well all of the elements that you're going to receive work so well together. We've got this beautiful one here, really large with your insert just in the middle there. I love this one as well.
It's so cute
because it just mirrors that image, but it's so nicely put together. This is a great way of using your corner borders, sort of bringing them in at the front. We've got beautiful DLs for all of those smaller toppers that you've got. Angela did this one, and then look how Jane has used her frames in here to sort of bring in that moon. It makes it look so spectacular. And then some with your little books as well. Angela has made this one. I love how the fairies are sort of like reading their books together on that one. And then we have a great one here, just cutting it and layering on top of each other with some mirror, gives it such a nice feel as well. And then we have some makes, this one that Anne-Marie did yesterday, a great way of using your little books, sort of cutting into it and layering them up in a completely different way there as well. So there's so much we can be doing when we get this home. But Anne-Marie, before we get to your demo, we have something special. We are gonna ask, what is your fairy name?
This is exciting.
So we need the first letter of your name and then the month that you were born. So mine would be N, which is dawn, and then April, which is breezy bloom. So dawn, breezy bloom.
I am a garnet, and September whistlewind. Garnet whistlewind.
How cute are they?
Lisa, what are you?
Primrose nutcake. I like that one. So let us know what your fairy name is as well in the comments, and we'll read a couple of those out. And while we're doing that, Anne-Marie, it's over to you. Okay,
so we're going to make a little bit of a diorama for this card because I just thought, you know what, it just works so beautifully. So I've already prepped the front of this, and this actual cardstock here is going to be the back. So I'm going to trim it first of all because we don't need the whole sheets, and we are going to trim off the top. Let me just double check my measurements. It is 7. You know when you just start doubting yourself. So I'm going to trim this to 7. So we are going to lose the top of here, but obviously we could use that.
Use that as a really nice border.
Such a nice border, isn't it? So it's definitely not going to be wasted. And we're going with the full width of the A4. So I'm going to pop this onto here, and I'm going to score at, Let me double check, because I did this a week ago. 1.5 and 2.5. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. So my middle is just been decided by the sides basically. And I wanted to make sure that my topper was going to fit nicely in the centre. If I show you on there, we've still got quite a lot of space around that where the scores are. So it's still going to give us plenty of space. So let's put the scoreboard out of the way because we're done with that.
Loads of people are joining us today. Good morning to you all. So many people guessing their Win It Weekly question. We are going to announce that at the end of today's show, so make sure you're still watching to find out if you are the lucky winners. So many people saying that they had their magazines arrive as well.
Fabulous. How exciting. So this is going to become the fronts, and we're going to mass and layer some of this gorgeous paper onto there as well. So we're using those papers, and again I've just cut them to just under 7, and I've just measured the kind of sections and cut them down to mass and layer to still give us that lovely black mirror edge all the way around. It's a perfect opportunity to stock up on your black mirror as well. Now I don't know if this has got a right or a wrong way. I'm going to go that way. And just line that up in the middle of those scores just to give us that lovely border. And then I've also got some panels for the sides as well, so we're just going to add these in, and I think I'm going to do these ones in the middle the other way around so that we've got that purple edge showing there, and then go back to the other way with this one. So just using double-sided. You can use other things when it comes to this, but I must admit I don't like using my construction glue straight onto mirror, so I prefer to use my tape. I
think it's just, you know that it's secure as well when it's in place. I mean, obviously you don't have that wiggle room that you get, but it still gives you such a fantastic look, and the finish is always fantastic anyway, so you just have to be a little bit more careful. But there's ways in which we can make sure that we've got a little wiggle room. You can put some of your...
You could use our glue stick. Yeah, definitely. Use your purple glue stick on there to give you that wiggle time. And obviously...
And I think that's a great confidence builder, isn't it, in crafting, to just know those tips to help you make sure that everything's nice and straight.
Okay, so we got this last
paper
panel on.
is my favourite.
It's so beautiful, isn't it? I was instantly drawn to this one. I just think it's so gorgeous. So then we're going to use this to create our kind of cutout on here. So I'm just going to go with my scissors actually, because I don't want this to pull at all. What I don't want is for it to kind of pull at those pips and then leave like a white little edge, especially next to that black, because it's going to be so noticeable. So do take out your toppers carefully and just grab that one there. So this is obviously going to be our aperture.
Nice.
So I'm going to line that up, and we're going to just fussy cut around this. So we're just going to pop a pencil line on the inside of here to fussy cut this.
How good would it be if you could get a ballpoint pen that was a knife, so you could just do this and it would cut it out?
That would be good, wouldn't it? You can get those little like swivel ones, can't you?
Oh yeah, but you don't know which direction
you don't know
it's facing. They do, don't they?
Yeah, you just don't know where it's going to go next, do you? Okay, so then
the control.
Yeah, that would be really good, wouldn't it? We need to look into that. So just going around the shape, and I'm just going around the edge of that pencil line. So I'm not coming within the pencil line, just around the edges there. It's just quite tricky to see on these gorgeous flowers. So I feel like we're still in the same direction. There we go. I lost it then. So just going around, cutting through both layers, because obviously we want to create that aperture.
I think it's nice that you can do this with your paper as well, because sometimes if you went in with your cardstock, it makes it a bit heavy.
Yeah, it makes it even thicker, doesn't it? So then that can sit over the top of here just to give us that perfect aperture then to create the front of our diorama. So let's get this on with some skinny strips. Oh, they're all stuck together there. Let's grab these I'm just going to add these around the edges. I always like to stay away from the middle because obviously that's where we've cut. So just go around the edge. Obviously strips are ideal because you can just shape them wherever you want them to go. And then we can pop this on. And then we're going to use some of that gorgeous acetate in here as well, just to create that middle section for our fairy.
A little sneak peek of what's to come.
Little sneaky peek. Although, how many of you sneaky peek on Hobby Maker?
I know, I bet loads of people tune in to see just how gorgeous the kits are that we have coming up.
Okay, so then we can go ahead then and fold these sides in. So it's the opposite of what the kind of back panel is. So we've got that kind of effect. Now, what you could have done here is if you didn't want to use the whole sheet, you could have just cut out the central panel.
Yeah, and then matte and layered it.
Yeah, just use some plain white card to matte and layer it. But that's the kind of effect you're going for. And you can always make this narrower if you want to with these scores. They're an inch. If you wanted to bring them down to half an inch, it would be half as deep. You know, you can play around with that. And then we're going to add some of this gorgeous acetate in the middle. So obviously it's just going to add in that design that's already in the background, and it's going to give us a place to put our topper as well. So she's going to look like she's kind of floating above that lake there. So let's trim this down to 7.
So many amazing fairy names. We've got Oak Wishes Dust,
Frost
Sweet Song, Blossom Misty Falls, Opal Whistlewind, Pearl Dew Spinner, Thistle Breezy Broom.
I love this.
Loads of gorgeous little fairy names.
It's very cute, isn't it?
Berry Sunbeam.
Okay, so then what I want to do is make sure that my acetate keeps this straight. So I want my acetate to be the width of this with the sides kind of bunched up. So I don't want it to be the full width of the card laid out. I want it to be this kind of width so it keeps it straight. So I always add up these 2 panels, which were 1.5 inches, so that's 3, and then that central section, which annoyingly is 6 3/4. So 9 3/4 will give us that width. So if I trim that there, and that means I can stick it straight onto these side panels, and I can know that I can take it straight up to that edge, straight up to that edge, and it's going to sit perfectly and keep those kind of angles straight up as well. So we'll get tape onto here first and get this in place. And then we can get the front on, and then we can actually kind of just drop the fairy in rather than sticking it on and then making sure, like, kind of lining it up with the front.
Lots of people still patiently waiting for their magazines as well. We do have to say that the magazines all went out on the day that they needed to, so they all went out in time for the postman to deliver them. But we are kind of aware of the post is being a little bit slow at the moment.
There's definitely some delays at the moment.
There's some real delays, and of course we've just had the bank holiday, which doesn't help because then they're having to catch up on those orders from the Monday. So just bear that in mind if you are still waiting for your magazine. You will get it soon, and of course anyone who orders their magazine from now. What's the dispatch like at the moment, Lisa?
Do you know, I'm not 100% sure at the moment.
I'm not sure what it is.
I know they're not.
I know it's not super up to date, isn't it? So you will receive it more than likely before anyone else does still. So please bear that in mind, but just hold on, be very, very patient. We hope that they will get them. Lots of people just messaging now to say the postman has arrived.
Yay.
Donna, my magazine has just got through the door. So they are starting to come through. I think some people got them yesterday. We had a couple of emails coming through, and it looks like a lot more people are getting them now. So fingers crossed, they will be coming today. I know, I don't know what's wrong.
It's weird, isn't it? Because there haven't been any like strikes or anything. Because that's usually like, you know,
usually
in the
we're aware
past.
there's things that have gone on, but at the moment there's
nothing.
Just a little bit slow. I don't think I've seen my postman in a good couple of days.
Oh,
I had a letter come through from the doctors the other day, And it didn't even have a postage thing on it. Someone had come and dropped it off. It had like a
It's
date.
probably
It had a date on it of when it was going to be delivered. And I think like a reference number for whoever maybe delivered it or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, just came through the post. I was like, this is really weird.
Crazy, isn't it? So we've just dropped our fairy in there. So she's kind of floating along on that gorgeous lake. We'll use our It's a Beautiful Day to Follow Your Dreams sentiment. We're going to add that onto here. So I'm just going to go in that little corner.
How essential are these 4mm foam pads?
Just,
I don't know why, for such a long time in us having them, I didn't think that they were so useful.
I know.
And I was still going ahead.
But I was like that with glue dots though, honestly.
But they're so good.
When I came back from mat leave and Dan was like, oh, we've got glue dots coming, I was like, what? Why are we getting glue dots? I couldn't live without them now.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
And we'll just add a little with love up at the top. And then we'll just finish off with our insert as well. So I've just trimmed this down again to match that size. Just getting those little panels in there. And we will just add a little bit of our construction glue on the back there. And then the same for the sides. So I've just done the two sides. I haven't done like the in-betweeny bits for this one.
That's nice though, because it gives it that little finishing touch, doesn't it?
Yeah,
having these
definitely.
panels on.
I'll just drop that on there for now while I glue this one, and then I'll straighten that up. So just again keeping those measurements and adding those little extra panels in, just kind of finish that off. Just move that around a little bit and just straighten that one up, because that was, I just chucked that on. There we go, and then we can stand her up.
Nice.
And you can just get like a little glimpse of what's going on in there with the aperture. You could put some lights in there as well if you wanted to. It'd be super cute.
Really, really gorgeous card. Thanks, Anne-Marie.
You're welcome.
Okay, last chance to enter the Win It Weekly competition question. 2 lucky winners. They are going to be announced after the end of the show. After the next demo. How exciting. Okay, which country drinks the most coffee per capita? Malta, France or Finland? Comment, comment, comment. You don't have long left. Okay, let's have a look at the next part, because do we have some items for you? Starting off with our foiled edge-to-edge cardstock. This contains 16 incredible designs. You are going to get 2 sheets in each 8 designs. So we have picked out the complementary colours for each that we think are going to work really nicely. Again, all foiled with that gorgeous black foiling, so it's all going to tie together so nicely. We've got those little sort of stars on here, so you can create those nice moonlit backgrounds yourself with some of this, maybe your little books. We've got those gorgeous flourishes like this one with the little dandelions clocks on. I really, really like this one, and the swirly edges. This is so cute. It's like the like fireflies.
Yeah, it's like little busy
and
trails.
the little fairies just lighting up that blue on that design there. We've got the flourishes as well with sort of like your leaves on. That's a really lovely one. This one is gorgeous. You've got that really nice pattern on here. So even if you wanted to make that card Anne-Marie has just made, but you wanted to save that paper, then you could be bringing this into it as well a little bit, and just creating the whole front from this design. But absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous designs there. £9.99 if you want to get your hands on that. Then we have, using the same dies, I think it doesn't use all of them though. I think there's some that we've sort of matched onto there, is our Miri textures. So we have taken our black Miri card and we have popped this through our machine without any foil on, and it has embossed this Miri, an absolute dreamy. I'm trying to get that the best for you because it is very reflective in this light actually. So we have again those dandelion clocks on this one. Then you're going to receive this beautiful one with some bigger flower embellishments on actually, but really, really nice detailing on that one. Then you've got that, I mean that is just perfect, isn't it? absolutely beautiful on there. We have your sort of diagonal design. This could be cut into and you could create border strips from this. You've got your sort of square design on this one, and then you've got your stars as well. So beautiful, that pattern. It works so well, and then finishing off with those gorgeous flourishes. Really beautiful designs that work so well with this collection. I've missed one. It is your butterflies. So pretty. It's just going to allow you to make so many more phenomenal cards. £9.99 for that. Then we have that acetate that Anne-Marie was using. Again, another £11.99 this one. £10.79 if you are a member of the club. But again, foiled on black. We have both sides are black with this one as well, so you've got that gorgeous sort of reed detail there with the butterflies and the sort of fireflies in the background. You're going to get this beautiful one which has these two sort of corners of just magical sort of fairy sparkle and dust. It's really pretty. If you cut out one of those fairies from your little book and place that in place, it looks so good. We've got the border strips on this one, so you could be making your acetate steppers with this and having that nice border across the front of your cards. And then the final design has the gorgeous sort of skyscape in there with all of your twinkling stars. So 4 designs, you're going to receive 4 each of this, which is a 16 sheet pack for £11.99. And we know how much we love our acetate and how much it brings and makes our cards so different. Now if you want to get the adorable scoreable, we've got that for you as well. This is a 24 sheet pack, so loads in here. So that diorama card that Anne-Marie made, again, more cardstock for you to be popping into the backgrounds, to be creating those boxes from. £9.99, and we've got some fantastic shades within here. You've obviously got your orchid and your heather because those purples run throughout it. We've given you the black because that works so well, and then you've got these gorgeous shades of blues and pinks. So a really fantastic mix of colours that works so well with this topper collection. And finishing off this section, we have got our ribbon. Now this one includes 12 different colours, and you are going to receive 2 meters of each, so 24 meters in total. It's £9.99. You're going to be able to get that for just £8.99 if you're in the club, but we've got all of your greens, those shades of blues, your purple and your pink to match up so well with the designs that you're going to receive within this collection. It's such a great little add-on to know that everything you're going to craft with works so well together. Some fantastic card makes using all of those bits and pieces as well. Leanne's done this gorgeous sort of collage effect on the background using her foiled cardstock and the beautiful papers. Gives it such a fantastic look. We have this one as well by Rachel using those
that's cute,
that mirror as those sort of foiling coming in. How well does this acetate work on the front as well as just like a little piece there. You can use this as backgrounds too, so we can just use these cardstocks and some of our adorable scoreable to make some absolutely fantastic pieces for our toppers to go on when we've used all of that fantastic cardstock up. And then Lois again has made this beautiful one here. It gives you the effect of an aperture because you've got that the topper sort of further down there on the sheet, but it's not, which is so nice, because then that means you can obviously put your insert on the back in the middle as well. And then we've got another one that uses your mirror textures. We've got your gorgeous foiled cardstock and then the acetate, and that's kind of like how I was saying when I looked at this page, actually cutting that cutting the fairy off and then layering it on top, and it gives it's like she's kissing fairy dust across the card. Really nice. Jane's done that one for us. Okay, Anne-Marie, back over to you. What are you using this time?
We're going to use the little book.
Yeah.
We're going to use some of our papers again, and we're going to sneak in this die as well.
Ooh.
So we're going to make a 6x6 card blank. So your dies are cut-in dies, okay? So there isn't an edge around the outside of this. So you can cut this into kind of any size card, really. Yeah. You can probably go, I think that's just under 5 by 5 size. So you could go kind of 5x5 and upwards. So we're going to go with 6 and play it kind of safe. So I'm just going to give this a good crease and line my die up onto here. So I would just want to make sure that this is nice and central. Let me grab my tape so that we can secure this down, and then we can run this through the die cutting machine. So just double checking that we're kind of straight. Doesn't have the actual edges on here, so you can get away with it being a little bit squiffy if it happens. And then we'll run that through our machine. Open up your card blank. We nearly went through everything. Okay, let's pop this in.
It's such a gorgeous detailed die.
It
I
is
love the fact that you
beautiful.
get that silhouette feel with it as well.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So we're just going to keep it in the white for this one, but I do, you know, obviously it looks incredible in the black, but
It looks so good no matter what colour
Yeah,
you use,
you
whether
can
you
do
use mirror.
so much with it. It's just gorgeous. So we'll just grab this off the front of here. So just taking our tape off, trying not to tear that side. It just makes it so sticky, doesn't it?
I know.
It's like,
It's a challenge.
you don't need to be this sticky now. It's just going to rip that little corner a little if we're not careful. We are going to put something around that, so we should be able to hide that. And I'll just grab that little bit. Oops. And I mean, look, it just falls out. It's such a good die. It's amazing.
I love how the artwork's been incorporated into that circle though, so it's sort of like popping out of those areas.
Just gorgeous,
It's
isn't it?
really beautiful.
It really is fabulous, and I love the way how she looks like she's kind of turning on like little lamps with the flowers. It's so cute. She's got her little wand, and she almost looks like she's just turning on the lights with those little bell flowers. Let's just grab those little pesky bits. So much detail, it's just gorgeous. There we go. Oops. So just scooch all that out of the way. And then we can fold that. And I love with these kind of dies is that we've got instant cards.
Yeah.
We've got a complete finished card.
And how beautiful does that look just in white?
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't
A
it?
couple of pearl gemstones.
Yeah.
And that is phenomenal.
It is so beautiful. So we're going to go in now and add something in the background here. So I have taken my little book page. So I've gone with this gorgeous waterfall. So that's the other thing you can do with these scenes, as well as the little cutouts. You can use them behind your dies. And I've just taken this double-sided paper and we're just going to use the green. And at first I was like,
match, isn't it?
That green is like, it's not working for me at first, but then actually when you kind of put them together,
you get the tree, the trees from the top and the little sprigs.
It's beautiful. So let's get this together. And I love how the little flowers from this paper
I was just about to say
in the artwork.
It's match made in heaven.
It's just amazing. So we'll get that onto here first of all. So I've just trimmed it all down ever so slightly so it will fit into the card blank nicely and just leave us that little white edge all the way around. So that can just go onto there. And then I'm going to stick this in next, and then I'm going to use some foam pads just to get that panel in on the back. So I'll get these gorgeous little ditzy flowers in first. So just again lining that up so you got that lovely white edge all the way around.
I like that.
Let's see how, I mean, she looks cute just like that, doesn't she?
So nice.
But let's get this gorgeous waterfall in. Let me just find some strips. Zena said yesterday, how many foam pads do you think you've used? I was like, Zena,
in your lifetime?
that is not a question we can answer. That's like,
I wouldn't even like to take tally of that.
no.
I would like to do a week, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so many, isn't it? We were talking about how many times around the world we've maybe gone double-sided tape.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. I wonder how many. I wonder, that's a good Win It Weekly question.
Who's doing the maths on that?
It's easy enough.
Who's smart on your team? You're smart on your team.
You're smart, Lisa. I feel like this, this is a Lisa task.
Queen of the website.
Yeah.
Sorts all the stuff out.
So you've got that gorgeous waterfall behind there, and I just wanted to bring in a little bit of green onto the front, so I was just before cutting out with my trimmer.
Is Emily, oh no, she's on holiday, isn't she?
That little frame.
That's nice. I know, I was just thinking that.
Is she back on Monday?
She's back on Monday.
Shall we just leave her a little email for Monday?
Do you reckon she can work that out? She can. She comes up with these crazy questions anyway. She can definitely work that out.
Anyone can do it, Emily.
Exactly. So we're just going to add some of our construction glue just to give us that wiggle room that we are definitely going to need here. So we want to just kind of drop that down, and then
it's nice to do this sometimes, isn't it? Just to bring in those colours. Yeah,
just adds that little bit of frame. If you don't want to get all your inks out and things like that, but you still want that little bit of colour, you want to frame it, because obviously if we'd have put that down as a whole piece and then cut it out, the whole thing would be green, you know, whereas so just cutting out the middle of it and just giving you that little frame just adds to it, doesn't it? And then we'll just add some diamond sparkles. Let's get some gorgeous gemstones.
Pretty. A gorgeous, like, completely different card actually, because this collection is so deep and moody with the black silhouettes that having it in a different colour gives it a completely different feel,
doesn't it? And I think that's the beauty of having, you know, like the dies and the stamps. It just means you can bring those different colours in and completely mix up how the collection looks. So we'll just add some little gemstones in and around, using a few different greens, I think. And you can go over like where the little sparkles are if you want to, if you just need you're not quite sure where to place them. But they just add that little finishing touch.
a really nice finish.
I mean, you can't have fairies without sparkle.
You absolutely cannot.
These are the rules. There we go. And then just get this last corner. Just using all of our different greens there. And go back to this pale one. There we go.
So much love for this make. Absolutely
She's
beautiful,
just so
though,
pretty,
isn't it?
and I love the scene that we've got in the background and how easy those dies are as well. You know, sometimes if you look at dies and think it feels really complicated, I don't know what to do with it. These are the most basic way of using them, but so simple and
really,
so
really
effective
good
when it's done.
So good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, are we ready to announce the weekly winners? I'm sure you're all wondering what the answer is. Well, for all you lucky people out there, the answer is C, Finland. The average Finn drinks nearly 4 cups of coffee a day.
Wow.
Coffee is so popular in Finland that 2 10-minute coffee breaks are legally mandated for Finnish workers.
I can get down with that.
That's crazy.
I think Mark drinks more than 4 cups of coffee a day.
I was just
and then
saying,
he wonders why he gets headaches.
I don't think I drink 1 coffee a month. I am not a coffee person at all, but that is madness.
I have 1 a day. That's
Put
like
into their job though, 10-minute coffee breaks. That's crazy.
Maybe we should pitch that to Stan. We need 10-minute refreshment breaks.
Is it in Finland where they also
don't they do a 4-day week?
Yeah, do a 4-day week. So maybe that's why, because they're all tired, because they work longer hours. And then they have the 3 days.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Madness though. Maybe we should all move to Finland. Okay, so who are the lucky winners? Congratulations to Anne Kershaw and Susan Lamb. Your Whopper Topper pads will be coming to you. If you can message us at studio@hunkydorycrafts or contact the customer service team, we will send those out to you as soon as we have your email, your addresses. How exciting is that? Okay, let's get on to the last bit of the show. Remember, if you want to get the whole collection today, you can do, and you can save yourself some pennies. It's £10 altogether to be able to get this fantastic collection. And you get your 4 toppers, you're going to get 2 each of those, your coordinating cardstocks to go alongside them all. You're going to receive that huge bundle of inserts and papers, and then you're also going to get that 120 sheet little book, all for just £29.97. It's the best way to do it because you save £10, and then with all the amazing stuff we've already gone through, you can have a pick of your foiled edge to edge. You could add your mirrored textures, you could add your adorable scorable, your ribbon, or your foiled acetate, and you'll be paying what you should be paying for this collection. So you're going to save some money, but then you can also spend it on some other exciting things. Other things we have that you might like are For the Love of Stamps. Now these are 3 beautiful stamp sets. We'll look at them all individually first, but we can give you an amazing bundle where you are going to get 1 for absolutely free. So first up we have our dancing fairy. So you have the fairy under the arch there with those beautiful blooms, the toadstools, all designed in that gorgeous silhouette. So these make stunning cards so simply because you can do really fun backgrounds, and then we can add this on. You've got this one here, which I love because you have this sort of bookmark feel. So you have your fairies sort of all together. You've got the beautiful butterfly element as well, and then you have May All Your Dreams Come True and Fairy Kisses. So you can stamp these in colour if you want to, or of course you can colour, stamp it in black and then colour all of the bits in as well. There's loads of different techniques we can do here, including embossing powder. And then your final fairy stamp is your magical fairy, which has the most beautiful artwork here. She is covered in beautiful flowers and flourishes, those beautiful butterflies as well, and then those gorgeous wings just popping off the side. And wishing you a magical day is your sentiment on that one, so you can see how it's been digitally coloured on the back for you there. But let's have a look at some incredible makes, because there's so many beautiful examples of these. This one by Rach, she fussy cut out of the flowers so she could layer those up, create that nice moody background in there. You can obviously heat emboss onto your shimmer card, and that gives you such a fun look like Kat did with this one here. Really, really gorgeous. Maybe you stamp and create a gorgeous ombre like Rach did on this one, and sort of have that just on one colour of Matastic. It works so well and gives you such a fun effect. This one's beautiful as well, coloured in with your pencils, giving it a really fresh look there as well. And then you could get really fun with this too, and create beautiful sort of bokeh designs and then stamp your image on. And if you want to make that sort of small panel card even bigger, then you can cut out your fairies and sort of elongate that space, creating your own background for them to go on. And this one's a really nice example of that as well. So that is your amazing stamps that have been designed to work with this collection, and they do so well as well. And then we have for you those dies that Anne-Marie used. First up, we have that flower garden fairy, that gorgeous round aperture with all of those flowers coming in. Like Anne-Marie said, these are both cut-in dies. So you've got a gorgeous square one as your first die set. They're £14.99 on their own. And then the second one, you have the gorgeous die that cuts into a 6x4 or an A6 card blank, and that gives you that gorgeous archway design in here with that fairy sat on the toadstool. This one again is £14.99. However, if you want to get them both because you absolutely love them as much as we do, then we have your multi-buy. You can get them both and save yourself £5 by getting them together for just £24.98. And these again, just like the other collection, make some stunning cards. So cutting out of white and then popping it onto black is something that Debbie did here with this beautiful one. You can use bits of leftover cardstock like Kirsty's done. So just add in that fairy onto the background there, just slightly as well. Popped a little bit of silver underneath and just giving it that little drop shadow really brings it to life. This is a great one using your papers and craft card as well, so you can do a lot of different things here. Really nice. And then bringing in your other dies as well to make shaker cards like Rachel's done with this one. Super, super cute. Just utilising some ink pads as well to create that background that really works so well on here. So loads of different ways in which we can use this. Anne-Marie, you got one more demo?
Yeah, we're going to go with stamps.
Nice.
So we're going to just create a really simple kind of ombre background using our inks. And then we're going to stamp in black on the top. So we're going with like kind of autumny vibes with this one. We've got our tiger orange, roasted pumpkin, peachy and toasted oat.
Good colour selection there.
It is such a nice colour combo, isn't it? And I just need to do like a little panel here because we're actually going to cut it out. Okay, so we don't need to do the whole page. So I'm just going to kind of focus kind of in the middle. So going in with our tiger orange first of all. Look at that colour. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. I've told Mark that I'm putting the autumn wreath on the door tonight when I get home. I was like, I think it's time. My summer wreath was dried flowers and they are dried flowers now. They're dead.
They're not fun.
No, I was like, right, it's time for the autumn one to go up. So going in next with that gorgeous spice pumpkin. So just bringing that down. And then our peachy and our toasted oat are not too dissimilar, so let's get these.
You just got more of those orangey tones, haven't you, with the peachy?
So we'll just get that peachy. It just lightens that up a little bit. Obviously you can go back in and work this as much as you want to or need to, and then we'll just finish off with that toasted oat towards the bottom. It's just a softer.
It's nice as well because it gives you that really loose touch going into the white.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? So I'm just going to go back in with my roasted pumpkin and just bring that in a little more just to soften that kind of edge that we had there. Like I say, you can just keep working this as much or as little as you need to, but I think we're pretty good there with that ombre. Let's just double check. Yeah, we've got a nice.
It looks so good on there.
So
already.
cute, isn't it?
Stamped on.
So cute. So then we're obviously going to go with our stamping press essential. You know, it's not even a question really. I think it has to be done. So let me just grab mine from here. And what I did before the show was I had a stamp of this stamp first because it's brand new.
Yeah.
They're a little bit sticky, and it's also a silhouette stamp, so they can be trickier to stamp anyway. So make sure you just have a little bit of a practice run because you just don't want to end up with it. I mean, obviously your stamping press helps. Yeah. But just to kind of save that, just give it a little practice run on a little bit of paper or something just to get that stickiness off.
Amber, you need to buy yourself a second set of magnets.
I do, I really, really do. It would make life so much easier. So then we can put our fairy onto there. So just grabbing that, and then I'm going to go with my VersaFine and just get this all inked up beautifully. Just making sure we get plenty of ink on there.
Definitely worth the time to make sure that it's fully covered.
It really is. Especially those real built up kind of silhouette areas of your fairies. But obviously using a stamping press you can go back in, so it isn't a disaster if it's not quite right. Okay, so get that on, give that a good press down all over, making sure that we are covering all areas of our stamp. Let's just have a look. We'll just go back in over here. Not been quite aggressive enough there. Let me just pop that back down. I'm going to pop a little bit more ink on just to make sure. So it's that bottom fairy and that middle fairy.
This is why your stamping press is so important.
It's essential. Absolutely essential. How would you do this?
You wouldn't.
That had been in the bin, wouldn't it, by now?
Oh my God.
Going
it would have already been in the bin. I wouldn't have even attempted it.
Okay, we are getting there. think I'm just being, we do have the desk light dips in when we press down, so I don't think that helps our situation. I'm going to run with that. We're pretty much there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my water brush, and I'm just going to take some of that colour out where the wings are, just to kind of focus in on those wings a little bit. So let's just get this and just go where her wings are and just paint, and then kind of like dab, just to pick up some of that colour
already.
And it just gives it just a little bit more detail in those wings, because in the artwork the wings are kind of a little bit white, a little bit translucent. So just going in around here.
Make sure you give it the time as well to soak into that colour.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that one while I do this one.
Because the more time the water's got to soak in and bring that pigment out of the cardstock, the sort of more you're going to see the results when you lift it off. Such a good effect though.
It is, it's so cute, isn't it? And give your, in an ideal world, we would do this, dry it, let the ink, like the black ink dry, the VersaFine dry, and then kind of do this.
It does show how good your VersaFine is, because it's not affecting
no,
where you're sort of adding that
there's
colour
just
down.
a little bit of movement down here of the ink, but not much.
It looks really good.
They're just so pretty. And you could go in then and add some glitters onto the wings if you wanted to. You know, you could do so much with them. I'm just going to give that a quick blast, just so that we don't get inky fingerprints everywhere. I want to find it.
You got it? Is it fallen?
Oh yeah, it's here. Let me get the
It's in a different place.
get the extension lead, and then we can get the, there we go, here we go. It's here. Give it a blast, and then we can trim this off, and we will add this onto our base card. So we're going to keep it quite simple. We're just going to do a 6x4 card. You can see that white popping a little bit more on the wings now as well. Now that's drying. That should do what's there. So let's just get in and do some trimming. So I'm going to trim along the bottom edge of our fairy there, and along the side. So just using the actual stamp to give us that guide. To the top we can probably leave, and then just take up that side as well. I think I just need to take a little smidge off, because I've got a little gap between the body and the bottom edge there, and at the side as well, and it's just going to annoy me. There we go. And then let me get a little 6x6. So I think we will do a little
It looks
tentfold.
so good now you've put that down.
It's so beautiful, isn't it? And how simple is that? It's, you know, you've got all your inks at home. You can just keep this so simple. Just create so many different looks with all your different colours as well, all your different ombre colours.
You could just do a selection just using this one stamp, couldn't you?
Yeah,
the possibilities of the cards you could make with this.
So I was thinking we could put the butterflies down the side as well. So we might make it ever so slightly smaller, so we can kind of have the bottom
have it at that
like
top
here.
level.
Yeah. So I'm going to open this out. Let's get our stamping press back in, because I don't think I have a block big enough. So
I would be scared to use your block.
Huh?
I would be scared to use your block.
You'd be fine.
You would be fine.
Fine.
You would be fine.
Okay, let's get this in. I just like to do the card open when it's a card, so we're just going to have to, let's do this side first. So let's stick down here. We know we can put one at the bottom and one there. Let's do this side first. So I'm just going to line that right up to our edge. I don't mind if that goes over the edge a little bit, and pick that up. But what we're going to do, rather than use our black, is we're going to go in with that ombre.
Nice.
Again, so we're going to go with our tiger at the top, then our roasted pumpkin, and our peachy, and then our toasted oat at the bottom. And that's just going to carry through that ombre effect along the sides as well. There we go.
Oh, it looks so good.
It's so pretty, isn't it? So pretty. Let's just take that one down. I do have a little fingerprint over on that side, but it'll be fine. Just give this a quick wipe, because we are going to obviously pop this back down onto our card, so we don't want to end up with any colour on that. So pop this one back over here. It's not quite to the top on that side either, but it's fine. I'll live with it. And then just go in and repeat that ombre with your tiger orange, spice pumpkin, peachy, and then our toasted oat.
Such a simple technique, but it looks so phenomenal. And
it's
when you
fabulous,
bring in that
it?
panel as well, which matches in the ombre, it's just going to finish this card off so nicely.
Hopefully. I think we'll just need a little bit of black card to mass and layer this onto, just to really kind of lift that off there. Let me see if we've got any in here.
Don't know.
So I'm not sure
if we'll have any stamping card.
Oh, hold up, we do.
Oh, we do?
We do.
Oh.
It's like gold dust, this stuff. As if we have some. So let's just cut a little panel for our fairy to sit in. So trim this to, let's go about there.
So much love for the stamping press as well. Lots of people saying it's an absolute must-have.
It is.
They stamp so much more than they used to because of our stamping press.
This is so good to hear.
It's the best thing ever.
It is, and we put so much time and so much research into all the different stamp presses that are around.
It took a good sort of like 6 months, didn't it?
It did, and we love this one particularly because it doesn't have that hinged side to it, so there's absolutely zero movement, whereas with a hinge one, it's got to move for the hinge, so it's you can get that movement.
You have those fantastic magnets as well on each side. That just helps out so much.
Just makes everything.
You know exactly, as soon as it clicks into those like little magnet bits, that you are in place.
You're in. You're done. You don't need to move. It's fabulous. Let's get this on with a couple of strips. And then we'll trim the whole card once we've got this in place. So just take that up to the top there.
Yeah, that little edge of black.
It's just helped it.
It finishes it off so much well.
And then we'll just take that in there just to give me that guide, and if I need to, I can just run in with my scissors to take the rest off. There we go. And then I was going to put a sentiment on, but I don't actually think we've got a great deal of space, so I'm actually just going to leave it.
It's beautiful. And you could do that in so many different colours as well.
So many colours.
So many colours. This collection has been truly magnificent, and I think the possibilities for the different types of cards you can make and all the different fun techniques you can do with your dies and your stamps and using them with this paper collection as well. It is an all-rounder and we absolutely love it. Okay, it's Friday, so before we leave you, we have one thing that we obviously have to do. We're going to spin the wheel. Okay, so as the nights get colder and that sort of sun is setting, we want to know what you are most looking forward to about autumn. I love autumn. It's my favourite thing. Mine is going to have to be autumn walks.
Yeah.
Love the crisp, cold, but still sunshiny feel to walks in the autumn. Right. That's my answer. We need your answers, and what we're going to do, we're going to spin the wheel. Whatever number this lands on, we are going to give that. We're going to pick a winner, and that winner is going to win this amount of reward points added to their account. So, are you ready? Give it a good spin.
Good spin.
There we go. A bit noisy today.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, it's a good one. 1,000 reward points. 1,000 reward points added to your account. What does that work out as? Is that £10 credit?
That's amazing.
£10 credit is going to be added to someone's account. That's absolutely incredible.
£10 or anything you want.
Anything you want.
Yeah.
You could use it to take some money off this amazing collection that you've got today. So let's have a look. The leaves on the leaves turning colour looks like a painting. So true.
Yeah.
Absolutely so true. Anne says my birthday and I've got a holiday booked to Vienna.
Yeah, nice.
Sarah says Christmas card making. Kicking through the dead leaves on the ground. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Looking forward to trying out our new log burner. That will be so nice. That will be absolutely awesome. Cool autumn walks with my dog, followed by cozy nights with hot chocolate, says Claire. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots and lots of people saying the leaves. It is their favourite. Anne-Marie, what are you looking forward to?
My birthday is September.
Yeah.
So I always like a kind of autumn September because it's my birthday. But also I am an absolute pumpkin spice latte fiend. So
I was about to say that. It's that time of the year, isn't it?
So excited.
Pumpkin latte is coming.
Yes.
Well, I think you probably get it now, actually.
I don't know. It wasn't out yesterday, but yeah, maybe today.
Maybe
I need to
today.
have a look.
It's September.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
September.
That's what I was thinking.
September's such a good month here as well, isn't it?
It's so exciting because we've
gonna
got our
be
birthday.
so fun.
It is going to be incredible because it is literally a week-long celebration.
A week-long celebration. Brand new launches.
Lots of brand new launches.
It's going to be incredible. So much to look forward to.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, do we have a winner, Lisa?
We do indeed.
We do. And the winner is
Becky Hodge on Facebook.
Becky Hodge on Facebook. You are the winner of our 10 I nearly said, 1,000 reward points.
Back up.
I nearly got in trouble then. 1,000 reward points is going to be added to your account, so you can spend it on whatever. If you send us a little bit message with your email address, we just need to know that it matches up with your account, and we can add those straight onto your account so you can get spending them.
What was
How
Becky's
exciting
answer,
is that?
Lisa?
Planting new flowers.
Oh yeah. How
Cute.
nice. Okay, what do we have coming up for you? On Hobby Maker on Sunday, I'm going to be there. We have a brand new concept card collection, which is stunning. You will love it. And then we're going to have another look at this collection, and I'm going to be demoing with the Crafting with Hunky Dory new magazine as well. So make sure
so busy
if you've got nothing on Sunday, if it's a little bit chilly, you cozy up by the telly and watch that. And then we are back. It's me and you again.
Is it?
Yep. We're going to be back on Monday for the Under the Stars concept card kit. So tune in from 10 o'clock to have a look at that brand new concept card. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll both see you back here on Monday.